Eighty, 90% of the people living now have never held a baby pig or fed the chickens or had a 4-H heifer.
It's really important, I think, especially for young kids and young children, to teach them about organics and sustainability and, you know, where food really comes from.
Study the way your grandparents ate. And those of us that are, you know, so-called midlife at this point have a pretty good memory of what our grandparents might have been doing.
I think people just really come together when they feel like they're eating something that came from, you know, the earth near where they live, foods that were grown by farmers in the community. I think it just, you know, I think it's great karma. I think people feel like they're doing something good for the environment. I think they feel like they're contributing to the ecosystem.
I once thought I wanted to start a restaurant, but I realized it could only be for 4 people. You know, maybe only open three nights a week because I tire easily.
The farmers market actually is a really neat thing for our entire community, and it really creates some sort of center. The farmers market really brings everything together.
The essence of enjoying wine is to be with great company, good food, and no matter what, it's going to be a brilliant evening.
So we have a nice, delicious, chunky avocado gazpacho with onion, cucumber, cilantro, a Mexican hot sauce, lime, and it's just a totally different version of gazpacho.
Tonight it's all Idaho menu, so all the ingredients have to be from Idaho. The beef is from Golden Reserve beef out of Twin Falls, sorbet that comes from our garden, and a demi-glace that's infused with thyme, and fresh Idaho morels. Asparagus is Idaho asparagus. It's going to be grilled. First course was actually a smoked trout cake. The trout came in fresh. We smoked it, and then we made a cake out of it and served it with pea tendrils. That comes from Dan Freeman. He is a local gardener. And after we serve that course, then we have a cheese course, which is a Ballard cheese souffle. A dessert with a lemon goat cheesecake is the dessert, and it's served. It's made with Rolling Stone goat cheese, and the goat cheese comes from Parma.
Tonight we're offering an Idaho-based menu. Our first course is Snake River Farms Kobe beef that's served as a carpaccio. Second, we have buffalo milk, buffalo ricotta gnocchis, which are also served with local morels, Sawtooth Valley morels. Then we're moving on to a Sun Valley smoked trout salad with arugula and roasted cipollini onions. Then we have 2 items, a choice of 2 items for entree. Pacific Northwest halibut with leek risotto and beurre rouge, and a lava lake lamb, which is our local lamb, stuffed with barrel-aged feta mint pesto, and it's served with little green lentils. And finally, we have a toasted almond panna cotta with saba and fresh cherries, fresh spring cherries.
Well, first, you know, we were chosen to pair wines with the vineyard brands with Michael Brown. And so he provided us with a bunch of different samples of Sangioveses, Barolos, Orvietos, varieties of whites and reds. And then we began to pair each course using several different seafood dishes, several different, you know, lamb, veal, beef. We tried several different dishes. So the key is that you do practice dishes before and see what wines actually pair. And then that's how you begin your menu, and then you work with a progression of flavors, starting from the first course to the last course.
I think having a food and wine festival in Sun Valley will mean that this community has so much to look forward to because of the wonderful chefs that are here, because of the wonderful organic ingredients, and because of the community spirit. I think it's just another reason for people to really celebrate what a wonderful community is to live in.
the cookbook, the Wildwood cookbook, the subtitle, as you know, is Cooking from the Source. And what I came up with was breaking down the chapters to talk about the food and where it comes from, talk about the person that grew the food, raised the animal, whatever it might be. And so I think Cooking from the Source is identification of the source of the food.
Well, when I was asked to be the first female Iron Chef, it was really, for me, it was, such an honor. It was such an opportunity, I should say, to make an impact for women chefs, make an impact on young, aspiring females. And so for me, it's really important to leave my legacy. And I feel like that this is a real legacy that I can, and an inspiration for, a lot of young girls, too, to just say, not only as chefs, but whatever you're going after, is don't let anybody stop you.
We're doing the grand tasting for the Sun Valley Food and Wine Festival, first annual. And we're really proud to be able to hosting that for them because it's a big event. We know everybody's really counting on a new event for the Valley that's going to bring lots of fun and lots of visitors in. And I think we've achieved that by what I can see here today.
Well, I think that the Sun Valley Food and Wine Festival has been a huge success. I've just been watching people all this weekend, and there have been a lot of people just having a fabulous time.